Hey everyone. Hey Cheryl, Jeff, Allison, Mr. Chubby Hubby. I'm adjusting my lights a little bit here. I think this will be a little better. All right, well, let's get going on this. All the cool kids are here, that's right. Let's get going on this. This is a small batch of rocks that I polished recently. Um, I got 3 times this that are sitting on the counter drying right now. And I think about that much more coming out 2 days from now. So gonna have a lot of rock tumbling videos. So I'm gonna set that there. And I wanted to just say something because, it's been probably a month ago. There was a conversation that took place back in Karen's Friday night. That's Ozone Fine Ventures. I believe I got that right. Um, in her Friday night live, and it had to do with burnishing rocks. And I didn't know what the purpose was. There was a lot of question as to what the purpose was, but this batch here I did burnish, and uh, the quality of the polish is a lot better. And just wanted to say that. And without further ado, let's get to looking at some rocks. Can you tell I've been cutting small cabs? That's why I need Band-Aids, if Ma's here. So this is a piece of, well, look at that good old thumbprint right there. This is a piece from uh, from the Balmeray, the Pigman Ranch out by Balmeray, Texas. And it's got some unique material in that it is white on clear or like a dark brown on black. So um, real faint. Okay. So this right here is a bad example of it doing better polishing. That's a piece of spider web that Jasper that just got beat to pieces. It looks like during the polish. That one's headed to the rock garden. Okay. And again, most of what I tumble is just saw scrap. Hi, Ryan. that's that's what I was doing. I was roughing out some Menabee white opal. I like to take the thunder eggs that are busted up or that break and throw them in the tumbler. But boy, they have to sit in there a long time to break down that far. But you see that polish? That is, to me, that's top notch polish right there. Maybe others can do better than that. Um, but I don't think I can. And I'm having to wipe them off on the towel because it's getting my thumbprints on it. I believe this is a limb cast right here. Still got fingerprints on it. So I put new skin on this, but a liquid bandage, but it's not 100%. It comes off pretty easy. I've said in other videos, I like to leave a little rough on the outside. Hey, Matt. Good evening. Yeah, so as Chubby Hubby said, I'm gonna strop the razor from now on here. So this is a this is one from Pigman Ranch, and it just is. It's a hot mess right there. It almost has too much going on, and there's so much down in here. It's just kind of a little bit of a porous or rough surface. Hey, Chris. Two lives at once. Piece of carnelian. Got another one of my yellow jaspers to come out almost. This stuff breaks every time I tumble it. You can see there's a crack, fracture right in there. She worked you over, huh? Okay. I think that may be from AZRE. There's a little bitty bit of blue in there. It's a feature. Nice call there. Nice call, Chubby Hubby. So again, I've said this, if somebody recognizes this rock, I got it. I got it from that big rock shop there in Austin. And I'm almost sure it was under Moroccan something. But hi Kim. I don't know if y'all can see it, but in the quartz area by my thumb, it's making a rainbow in just that one place. Well, there's another place that did it. Anyhow, on to the next one. Okay, they're slick and I can't pick them up. So, calico lace. Ooh, that looks like I drew on it with a Sharpie. That's a neat little seam there. I love the purples in this calico lace. Come out just a smidge there. So that's just a piece of chalcedony there. It's kind of interesting the way the depth that it has in it. Like brecciated through here. You're going to be in trouble again, Matt. But I am definitely happy um, with the polish that I got on these. And this isn't anything really I would consider special, but it took a good polish there and little druzy pocket. Yeah, this looks like, man, I can't hardly hold on to those things. Yep. Get your bed ready in the doghouse. I got a feeling that you're a frequent flyer out at the doghouse. Yeah, so there's another one that didn't take a great polish. I guess it was a softer stone. Is that because Matt's in trouble? I guess that one will go to the rock garden too. I believe that's rhodonite right there. So I'm not sure if this would classify as petrified wood or a limb cast. It looks like it's completely agatized. Here's a piece of that pet wood that I got from Idaho, Salmon, Idaho. And almost all of it's taken a really good polish. This one I would call it a pretty good polish. Here's another piece right here. I mean, it's pet wood, so it sometimes it has, it's a little bit porous, but where it appears to be agatized, it it really put on a good polish. Hey, Tara. I think that's banded chert. I'm not positive though. Well, I'm saving that one to last. Jeff, you got to hang in till the end here. It's got some pretty colors in it. It's like I may have been a little impatient and didn't tumble out everything that I could have in stage one. Yeah, I like those. I like those colors as well. You hear the pet wood clinking. So this is some more from Salmon, Idaho. I like the blonde wood that they have, and it has some dark highlights in here. So on this side, you can see some real faint banding. And a little bit more. That's mainly just clear chalcedony there. Pretty amazing how this stuff forms and just the beauty of it. And it's enjoyable to get on and chat with people who enjoy that same kind of thing. Maybe a scrap off a piece of picture, Jasper? Not sure. Hey, Boot. Hi, Lonnie. If I missed you, I'm sorry. Uh, I'm trying to watch the chat, but I get distracted by pretty rocks. Shoot. Man, look at that polish. So on this batch I did, let's see, 90 grit until they were ready to move to stage 2. And as we can see, I jumped the gun on a couple of these. And I did a 220 and then a 600 and then a 1000. It was also silicon carbide. And then I did a 12,000 aluminum oxide. A little conglomerate. It'll end up in a rock garden. So I'm not sure on this one just yet. It may have some dendrites in here. I see some eyes in there. So in between the 1000 and let's see, yeah, after the 1000, I put them in ultrasonic cleaner. That's not much right there. That is a shiny rock. It'll be another shiny rock in the rock garden. So after the 1000 grit stage, I put them in the ultrasonic cleaner just to make sure I knocked all of the silicon carbide off before I went to aluminum oxide. Jeff, what'd you call this right here? I'm drawing a blank. It polishes real well. It's pretty stuff. I started not to show this. Sci-fi, but it just has some little details in there that I liked, so I went ahead and stuck it in there. So this was, some kind of a nodule that I cut. I believe it is Jasper. But man, that has got the wet polish on it for sure. You can see some tubes or inclusions of some sort going through it right in there. And then a real faint banding. Hi, Don. So here's a piece of chalcedony. Maybe I need to be a little more patient with stage 1 here. But that's all zoomed in too, so. Okay. Man, you can't go wrong with crazy lace. Lonnie, I was preforming some small opal cabs. I ground the tips off on my fingers. One in particular was it was just really coming out great. And I sacrificed a little skin to make sure that one went good. Skip that one. It's a piece of chert, but I mean, look at the polish on that. Nah, it's not painful. My wife and daughter used to say, it ain't Saturday if Phil isn't out there bleeding. It's got some pretty moss in it. Yeah, I'll tell you what, man, I was pretty stoked about the way those uh, were coming out. And I was doing preform on some Menipee opal. Look at this one. I mean, even the fracture's pretty on that. See the depth on that end? Okay. I guess that's quartzite. A lot of little fractures in it. You can see that here. Still pretty. Yeah. I don't need to work my skin with hard materials. Here's a piece of pet wood. I believe, yeah, that's pet wood. Took one for the team out there. I think this was a piece of a shell. Just tossed it in to see what it would do. Tara, thanks for dropping in. If you get a chance in 30 minutes, I'm going to be doing a second live stream of a mail call from Seoul. So I should have looked before I stuck that under there. That thing. Thanks for joining, though. That thing's a mess. Okay, here's a dark piece of pet wood. I think I spent an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours videoing earlier. It's, I had a bunch of little cabs to do that. Looks like coral, maybe. Sorry about the camera bump there. Yeah, I believe that's coral. Now, something like this on the back, I could throw that on a cabin machine and smooth that out, but a lot of times that fracture runs real deep. I probably should have smoothed that one out. I don't think any of these were estate sale buckets. Good. Now look at the druzy on that. So I think I'd call that a chert. There's another piece of that sci-fi. Man, it takes a dynamite polish. Slick as it can be, too. So I've got quite a bit of this kind of jasper, too. Okay, come on, focus. And it polishes well, but it, I don't know. I'm not a super big fan of that one. Some dark amethyst. Still got to hold on to this stuff. And that's out of some of that jasper. Maybe that's sci-fi. Come on, focus. All right. Is it silver lace, maybe? So it may have a little parallax at the very top there. Yeah, it does. You can see it dancing across the top there. There's a typical piece of soft scrap right there. I guess there's some kind of a jasper there. Is it 736? I believe that's pet wood, not positive. Probably with that big crack there. I didn't know that was in there. This is a piece from the that I got from the Chalice Mountain, Chalice Mountains in Idaho, when we had the content creator dig out at Spencer. Speaking of Spencer, I'm going to have some shorts, quite a few shorts coming up with Spencer Opal. Been cabbing quite a bit of that here, in the past week. Rick's not here. Rick, if you watch this, look at those water lines. Kind of synonymous with the Chalice Mountains. I'm thinking that's some green tree agate. Hi, Patty. That was heavy on the tree and had a little bit of green on it. It wasn't a whole lot of green in that one. So this looks like petrified wood, but I don't think that's what it is. I mean, that kind of looks like a knot. It looks like it's got wood grain. That looks like wood grain in there. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. It won't be the first time. How's that for a rock? I guess it just, okay. I guess it just had a lot of soft spots. Look at that bridge right here. Maybe some Brazilian. Just one that chipped when I was cutting it. Pinocchio. Um, so this is some more from the Pigman Ranch, and you can see clear, clear chalcedony with faint white inclusions, but this one does have some black inclusions as well. That's from the skin. They take a great polish. Yeah. I believe that's bit wood there. That right there. And that is kind of what I'm going by. And that's real typical of it. Look at that. That's got a lot of color. Sorry about that. Man, if that doesn't have any fractures, I'm going to set that aside. That'd be a good one to cab. Not sure how it got in there, but stuff happens. Okay. Hit the camera again. This part here just didn't take a polish. The rest of it took a good polish. Some salmon bit wood. Almost looks like petrified palm right there. But it's not. Okay, I'm getting the shakes there. Here's a test. There's a piece of obsidian that went through with all this. Is that close enough for you? So the obsidian did pretty good with all that 7.5 hardness. Oh, shut up. Alexa wants me to go in and reset one of the switches. Alexa, turn on Cheryl's laundry room. That's playback for last night. Alexa, stop. Did it turn on? Here, we'll skip that one and come on here. That looks like some Arizona pet wood. I'll check it here when I'm done. I got them piled up. They probably do. As much of the Chalcedonies is in there, I would think that there would be some that would do that. Ooh, man. That's a busy one. Look at the little fortification pockets. It looks like either AZRE or Coconut 06. Look at that. Is it red or pink fortification at the top? You focus on the rock as much as you are my fingers. That's what I was talking about. The Pigman Ranch. That's Bomberay blue with. That's not a dark brown, but kind of a light brown, dirty gold moss. I think that is. You know what? That is probably right, Patricia. That they can be wire wrapped. I just don't do that. So they usually go in a jar or something or a box. Okay, Jeff. Is Jeff still here? Oh, come on. Nope. Okay. I wish he was. Do you recognize this? I'm pretty sure that's a piece of Kentucky agate that broke off. It's clear though and not white or yellow. But I had some that had the black and red in there. So let me move this. So let's see if any of it's UV reactive. Alexa, turn off all kitchen. As I think the first piece I showed, you see some orange. And that one, I saw something. Well, that one's got a pretty deep green. One's got a pretty color. Cool piece of pit wood. Boy, that one really glows. That's pretty much it. And I got about 7 minutes till I start the unboxing of Cheryl's stuff. So thank you all for coming. Uh, uh, Appreciate you going through this and looking at these rocks with me. I hope everybody had a good time. And if you haven't already, appreciate you hitting the like button. And we're going to call this a wrap. And until next time, y'all take care. And I'll be back live in about 7 minutes.